Merry Christmas, guys. It is December the 25th. It is Christmas. It is time to open the last 12 boxes. I'm sorry, I wish I had 12 boxes. Last 12 packs of Fa La 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 Leer Error Box Edition. 12 packs left. I'm going to go ahead and pull all 12 packs out. We're going to leave them in that configuration, so I'm going to go around just like we have been all the way through, so we can open them in order and get down to that last pack just to see that we don't have any errors. Set that over to the side. Here we go, guys. I got 8 stands here ready to go. Hopefully we can fill them all. If so, I got more over to the side. So let's get into this. We're gonna fast roll through this. I don't want to keep you all day. I know you got family and you're probably trying to open your own packs and your own presents and all that good stuff. So we got a Met sticker card. And we're starting things off with Odell Jones, Gary Thurman, Mackie Sasser, Mel Hall, Rob Murphy, Danny Pasqua, Dave Dravecki, Kevin Roman. There we go. We got one of our cards. That's that Kevin Roman, but that's the regular version of it. Oh, that's not a good sign, considering we're looking for errors. And that is the corrected version of this card. Kevin Roman. I'm going to put it up on the stand simply because it was one of the cards we're looking for. Calvin Schiraldi, Joey Meyer, Sherman Corbett, Charlie Lee, Goose Gossage. I got to put him up there for the mustache alone. Gary Pettis and Randy Reddy. All right, I'm ready for an error card. I know you guys are too. I appreciate you hanging in here all month with this. All right, World Series Dodgers. Jeff Blauser, Glenn Wilson, Bill McGuire, Todd Worrell, Bob Stanley, Debo, Herm Winningham, Otis Nixon, Alvin Davis, Brett Butler, Tom Brookins, Fernando Valenzuela, Mark Williamson, Dave Stewart, and Juan Augusto. Oh, 10 packs left. 150 cards to go through. 149 if you don't count the Doug Jennings on the back of this pack that we've already seen. And we know it's not a Billy Ripken, so. Al Newman, Joel Davis, Frank Tanana, Benny Santiago, Terry Taylor and Vance Lovelace, Alfredo Griffin, Bobby Witt Sr., Nelson Santovina, Kevin Seitzer, Pedro Guerrero, my man, Joel Skinner. There, Randy Johnson, but look, it's completely black. This is not an error box. I don't believe it is. I believe we got the shaft. We will put it back there because it is still Randy Johnson and George Bell. Got a Jim Clancy, Bobby Bowe, Juan Behringer. Now I just want the Billy Ripken. I know it's probably not going to be the error card, but still need to pull it. Bob Walk, Darnell Jones, Ozzie Smith, Wade Boggs, Bill Long, Nick Isaski, Rex Hudler, Mario Diaz, Scott Geraltz, Steve Searcy, and Tim Leary. 8 packs to go. Can we find Billy? Can we find Nolan. Can we find Cal? Uh-oh. That's an orange card. I think it's a tiger. Yeah, Don Hinkle. Ramon Martinez. Pete Stamachek. Orioles, wrong one. Kevin Bass. That's a dupe. Storm Davis. Marvell Wynn. Don Slaught. Kent Tekulve. Cecil Espy. Charlie Puelo. Chris Sabo and Bobby Bowe. Luis Alicea. Brad Havens. Dwight Gooden. And Tom Niedenfuhr. The Doc. I'm going to move his stack out of the way. Seven to go. Let's find something good. I will be communicating with the seller of this if we do pull a Ripken and it's not an error, because my understanding, if he pulled one out of the box, then everything else in the box should be the same, unless we by chance pulled the one box that got fixed before that case got filled. Tracy Jones, Frank White, Bruce Benedict. We got another All-Star card in this pack. That's number 4. Al Leiter, Jim DeShays, Dick Schofield, Jimmy Key, Gene Nelson, Ron Jones, Jesse Barfield, Andy Van Slyke, Kent Herbeck, and Oral Hershiser. I met him in person when I was about 12 at a Jumbo Sports in Antioch, Tennessee. Waited in line for about an hour and a half to get his autograph. I don't even remember what I got autographed. And I know I don't have it. It was probably a baseball card, but I don't know. Todd Froworth, Tom Herr, Roger McDowell. Uh-oh. There it is. We got it right there. We're going to cover up just in case. So we actually got the card. And I'm going to slow roll my finger to what is in here. And it is a black box. So this was not an error box by any means. But we still pulled it. It was fun to pull, fun to look for. Finally got the actual card. No, we're not going to get an error in this box. So, hey, Bo Jackson, Bob McClure, Scott Bales, Chris Sabo, Checklist, Charlie Hayes, Steve Curry, Sean Dunston, Paul Molitor, put him up back there, Tony Armas. So let's get Billy off the screen, get Randy off the screen, we can get Kevin off the screen, and we're probably not going to get the rest of these because, I mean, we might get the corrected versions. We'll see. I mean, there's always a chance that there was an error fixed, or an error and a fixed card in the same box, but who knows? Manny Trio, Mike Henneman, Jimmy Jones, Kevin Brown and Kevin Raymer, Jesse Orozco, Mike Jeffcoat, Tom Foley, Charlie Lee Brandt, that's kind of stuck, Mark Grant, Richard Dotson, Alan Ashby, Jack Howell, John Cerruti, Lance Blankenship, Bob Dernier. All right, we're down to our last 4 packs, guys. Maybe we can just, let's hit a Cal Ripken. We don't have him yet. I'm trying to think of who else we haven't hit yet. I'm sure there's a ton of people out there. This pack looks a little different. Look at that. This pack looks like it's gone through it. And it was the last pack, the bottom pack in the box. We have another All-Star card. That's 5 out of this box so far. David Palmer, David Wells, Doug Drabeck, Dan Gladden, Got a Darryl Strawberry All-Star card. Set in my bag there with Paul. Sorry, Billy. Dan Mahler, Brian Fisher, Mike Campbell, Jose Oquendo, Lee Smith, Harold Baines, Jeff Reed, Louis Rivera, Harold Reynolds, Jose Uribe. Last three. Can we pull another Randy Johnson or Billy Ripken? Can we pull another Ken Griffey Jr.? Pulled that pretty early on. Bill Buckner, Kevin Elster, Doug Jones, Jeff Treadway, Dave Gallagher, Chris Spire, Spike Owens, Greg Maddox. We will definitely stand that one up there. I believe that's his. Is 89 his rookie card? No, I think 88 was his rookie card. Bill Wegman, Steve Cleburne, Brian Harper, Mike Bilecki, Pat Sheridan. Boy, these back here toward the bottom are sticking a little bit. Dennis Rasmussen, Louis De Los Santos, and Jim Campbell. Last two packs. Yeah, you can see that these being at the bottom, they got a little bit of extra funk to them. Alrighty. Try to get through this pretty quick. Don't want to keep you guys too long on Christmas. Norm Charlton, Johnny Paredes, Henry Cotto, Kelly Downs, Ted Power, Mike Sharperson, Randy Myers, Terry Poole, Bob Welch, Glenn Hubbard, Willie Randolph, Bruce Ruffin, Pete O'Brien, Andres Thomas, and Jose Canseco again. I think that's the fourth Canseco, or no, third, because we got his base. We got, that's the second insert. So last pack, guys, gals, ladies, dudes, chicas. Giant sticker. Do we have a giant pack to end this Christmas off in 2025? Danny Jackson and David Cohn, Steve Peters, Tom Candiotti, Terry Leach, Joe Orsolak, Charlie O'Brien, Jose De Jesus, Mark Carrion, Corey Snyder, Paul O'Neill, Ken Patterson, Tony Perezchica, Wes Garner, Rick Sutcliffe, Dale Sviem, two cards left, Greg Minton. Anyone want to take a guess on the last card? It is Mark Portugal. What a way to end. Hey guys, I really appreciate you guys hanging out. We did hit the Ripken. We did hit the Randy Johnson. There were no errors in this box. Be careful on eBay. Probably not going to get an error box unless you're there or you get it certified. I didn't pay a ton for this box, but paid more than I would have paid. Actually paid less than I would have paid if I'd have bought individual packs from my local card store that are supposedly out of an error box that I've pulled, or not pulled, I've opened 5 or 6 packs from that particular box at my local card store and spent almost as much as I've spent here on this full box. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you for hanging out with me for the past few weeks here in December 2025. Thanks again for hanging out. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and we will see you guys on the next video. Thanks again.